Hello, everybody out there. Hello to my subscribers. Keep coming back and supporting me, saying nice things. What I'm going to do in the description box, the top, is put around the time, about at the time when I really start getting into the title of the video. Haven't been posting very much and just thought I'd talk a little bit why. So you can skip all this nonsense and get right to the content of the video, because I know not everybody cares. And I just kind of feel like talking today, and I don't hardly ever do this, and figure why not? I haven't really been feeling it too much lately. I don't know if it's because of the election, which I don't know if I'll get around to it today, but I've got a video from last night from Hillary Clinton on TV that cracked me up. Kind of sums it all up too, but it's more than just that. Uh, I don't know. Maybe the flat Earth stuff, how it divided everybody, really kind of pissed me off. And then you have the whole Donald Trump stuff now, and it's even worse with I don't know. I hate to see everybody talk to everybody the way they do, and everybody gets so. I mean, you can't even hardly make a video without. It just it just kind of sucks. And I just kind of thought we were over all this stuff, especially with like the elections, and I kind of thought we were all in agreement that everybody's a dirtbag and it's all rigged, but I don't know, I'm just really confused, and I know it's not everybody, but it's a lot of people, man, and I'm there. I don't want to. I don't think it's fair to say, oh, that's not that many people, and you got to focus on all the good stuff. Yeah, I understand, but I think it's a lot more, or maybe just in my experience, it's a lot more from what I'm seeing. But I don't know, man. It's a lot. I kind of feel like there's just as many of those as there are the people. Uh, anyway, I'm just gonna go. That's gonna go too long. Truth Media Revolution did a pretty good video. What was it, about a month ago or so, where he was saying the same thing? And man, that video really resonated with me, really connected with me, because I've been feeling the same way. Like I just not really in it, but it's still there. I still want to make videos and stuff. Like it's just still want to. It's and another reason I'd love to share with everybody, but I just don't think it's going to go over well. Kind of the whole point of all this and what I've been looking for, it found me. So I just kind of feel like I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot else to say, but there is some really awesome stuff that's leaked out every now and then, and this is what I'm going to share with you here is one of the best things I feel like Hollywood said about this stuff, and it's so my passion's still there, I guess, but it comes and goes in phases too. It's just kind of difficult to explain. Um, so yeah, well, I think that's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody still being so cool with me and hanging out. But yeah, and just to be honest with you, I'm not right about everything. I'm not even probably right about most stuff, even though, well, that was a stupid thing. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's really not because it's not important. The truth, the whole message of my channel really is I'm trying to be as honest and as open with you as possible, and I mean like I am. If I'm wrong about stuff or I mislead you, quote unquote, or give you disinformation, it's never been because I've intentionally done that. Okay, there's a lot of people on YouTube and just about everybody, if not everybody, in the mainstream media, in the media period, that's doing that. That they're all pretty much taking a paycheck and they're knowing that they're not telling you the story, or they're telling you, but they're just telling you in a really difficult way to interpret to the average person. So I'm just trying to do the best I can and share that with everybody as I learn, because I don't know shit, never have. And that's the one thing I can promise you. I can't promise you correct information. I can promise you, the most open research with honest intent that anyone I think can give you, because we're all learning together, and a lot of people on here are so much further ahead than everybody else. And it's funny, one guy in particular who's born knowing, and he's like 40 years old. It's funny how he picks and chooses to try to remember and not remember when he was born and how old he is, because sometimes some days he does and then some days he doesn't all of a sudden. But I've been at this. I've been making YouTube videos since 2012, but I didn't really start understanding or even learning about you know, the whole occult side, the whole spiritual side in 2013. So I've only been at it for like 3 years and some change, and apparently I'm supposed to be all caught up to someone who's been born knowing, who's been at this for like fucking 40 years. And then you have those people who follow him come around, and it's like they try to beat you down and say you're all sorts of things that you're not, and they don't even know you. They're basing this off a couple of short videos over a couple of years. I mean, talk about ego, man. Anyway, uh, what was this video about? So Ash versus Evil Dead. I even got to meet Bruce Campbell a long time ago at a book signing. The dude was actually really, really cool. Um, I'm a big horror movie nerd. I'm not so much anymore because everything's just, it's repeat. It's remakes and redos and prequels and sequels and just stuff that's already been done 1,000 times. But I still watch because it's still a part of me, and I've always loved this shit. So, um, this TV show is really good. It sucked. I really hated the idea of how they brought it out. I mean, really, like, this guy, Ash, has been through, because this takes place after the movies. You know, this guy's had this whole history of fighting these demons and going through hell, literally, and all this stuff. I mean, more or less. Literally hell, but I mean, just kill, kill his girlfriend, killed his friends. Everybody gets demonically possessed. He chopped off his own hand for crying out loud. Been through all this shit. And then after like 20 years of there not being any kind of talk about this, there was talks about a sequel to a movie, but they ended up, or a sequel to the series, but they ended up making it into a TV show. But all this time in between, and with all the fans crying and screaming for it, and the best idea they could come up with is Ash smokes weed and releases all. He forgets that, it kind of gets high and doesn't realize what he's doing and releases the demons all over again, which is about as stupid as you can get. And it's really frustrating. It's like you're going to bring it back, and that's the way you're going to bring it back. But whatever. The second season's gotten a lot better. I really, really like this show. It's really getting better, and this was awesome. So, finally, that felt good. That was nice. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. So this is the newest episode. Well, actually, the last week's, or what? Who cares? It's in the second season, one of the newer episodes, and so they're talking about the book. This is his mom, actually, and then one of his friends that are helping battle the demons. Anyway, so they're talking about the book. They're talking about raising demons, and his mom, out of nowhere, who did they bring up in this episode? Who's the bad guy now? It's all about this guy. What entity? Baal. So let me pull this up. This is the script from the actual episode because I can't play it on TV for it because God knows YouTube will copyright spank me. So here we go, right from the actual episode. And if they already raised Baal, sorry. If they're already raised Baal, Kelly sighs because in this it's going to sound kind of confusing because this is a conversation between two people. You got one person who's kind of skeptical and then one person who's trying to talk about Baal, and Kelly sighs, what? Every time you talk about this Baal, you trail off, which is really annoying, by the way, because it makes me think you're hiding something. I'm not hiding anything. This is the other woman, the back and forth. It's just Baal has a power over me. And it's not just me. It's everyone. Yeah, he's a demon. That makes sense. No, he's not a typical demon. Baal doesn't, this is where it's really, really fantastic. Baal doesn't use brute force. He breeds paranoia. He gets into people's psyches, turning them against each other until they annihilate themselves. That's awesome. Baal is Bel, Bel is Bel Saturn, Saturn is Satan, Satan is duality. It's the horned god. And it looks like all this here, right? This is Baal. Notice up here, notice the horns. It's the black sun too. It's the eclipse. It's the crescent moon. You see, it's the horns. It's the left and the right. It's the splitting. It's the splitting of the soul. Hot water, cold water. Used to be one temperature or at least whatever, something like that. Here's the power. It's one positive, one negative, left, right, one side, other side, Democrat, Republican. It's all the same. Here's the horn god. Here's Baal. Here it is in cussing ancient Egypt, man. Here it is in and she's the destroyer. This is in Suicide Squad. This character is called Enchantress. Look, here it is here. And it's funny because the show, they didn't bring up Baal until when? This season. This is the second season. And it aired last month. So right before the election, the month before the election, which is all, it's duality, it's choice, it's the same garbage. One is, you're choosing one, you're choosing the other. You're choosing Republican, you're choosing Democrat. You choose Democrat, you're choosing Republican. It's the same. So right before, 1 month before the, pretty much, I mean, right, let's be honest here, the most famous election of all time in the United States, they talk about Baal. Here it is again, ancient artifact. Is it Mesopotamian or Babylonian? Doesn't matter. Or Assyrian. It's just all the same. Here's another one. There it is again. And then this is real. I love you, Jesus. Earn your horns. There it is. I mean, you can't get any better than that. It's so good. Oh, that's so good. This is that same person that I've been talking about lately. Oh, so good. So good. They're so fantastic. So thanks to them once again. It's beautiful. It really is. So funny stuff. Thanks again to everybody for watching. Thank you to my subscribers out there, and see you on another video. All right. Appreciate everybody listening today. Let me rant a little bit and just kind of open up. Felt good.